Glass, Mayor of Petaluma, and along with Kaye Chandler, we're at our monthly stop at the Petaluma Animal Shelter. And what great things are happening here at the Animal Shelter. With us is Jeff Charter. He has a new look. You might not recognize Jeff. Jeff, congratulations. You've been on a workout program and you've been dieting. Tell us about your personal experience.
Well, yeah, I've dropped quite a bit of weight just cycling and watching what I eat and exercising.
Congratulations to you on that.
You didn't warn me that we were going to be talking about this.
No, we're not going to talk about it much. But people have to know because, see, here's what happens when I come down to the animal shelter. They've got donuts, and the donuts are free, and you can tell I never pass up a free donut. Anyway, it's great to be here at the animal shelter. Donuts, coffee. It is Black Friday. It's a celebration, and I understand already this morning as of 9:45 in the morning, 10 dogs have already been adopted here this morning.
Yeah, well, we've done 10 adoptions, so 2 dogs and 8 cats, but we're well on our way. All adoptions are free today, so for Black Friday, we do this event. I think this is our second or third year doing it now, and we advertise it. It gives us an opportunity to embrace with our community, bring them in, take kind of the money out of the equation, and let it just be about the people and the animals making a connection. It's been great.
The animal shelter does such a great job of marketing itself. It really is truly amazing what the animal shelter has done in terms of marketing itself, because I know, okay, the adoptions are free, there's still overhead. So tell us about what you do that raises the funds that are necessary to subsidize these programs when you have free events like today.
Well, we're very lucky that we have a lot of support, okay, in the city of Petaluma. So there's a lot of people that donate. So many of the adoptions that you see have already been sponsored. So by local people who are generous, they say, look, I want to pay the adoption fee. I want this animal to get a home. They might not be able to personally bring them home, but they want to help them bridge that gap to their next home. So they sponsor the adoption. So we actually don't usually lose any money on that transaction. And then we get a lot of financial support from our community anyway.
And one of the great things that Kaye Chandler, our producer of this program, does is she regularly comes down here and says, I want to sponsor an adoption. And so she'll do that out of the goodness of her heart, in addition to the work that she puts in to provide some coverage additionally to what the animal shelter might otherwise not have.
Yeah, we do that. We do many things. Another thing we do is we do a $5 recurring donation. So we try to say, look, it's the cost of a cup of coffee at an expensive coffee place. And people will do that. And they'll sign up for $5 a month. And that little things like that add up over the, the breadth of a lot of people. And then that's just helps us move this whole effort forward.
What about on Black Friday? How many people have come out here as of about 10 o'clock this morning, do you think?
Oh, gosh, I'd say we've probably had 150, 200 people through here today.
What about the parking? I mean, when I came up, usually I can find a parking spot here at the animal shelter. Today, we were looking at, my gosh, the parking lot is full. And Kaye Chandler says, there's somebody leaving. And we were able to get a space because somebody was leaving.
Yeah, parking's pretty tight. As you can see, speaking of leaving, we got a dog going home right now. So there's great things. We get to this opportunity to come out, see people, make connections with animals, and it's a wonderful thing.
There's a student at McNear Elementary School, and Aubrey Shelley, and we're going to talk to her in a moment. We featured her on a program a couple of months ago, but she ran a lemonade stand to great success. Tell us about Aubrey Shelley and the other kids and what it means to have such a broad base of support at the animal shelter.
Well, it's Aubrey and people like her really that help this effort move forward. So one of the things that we do is we try to reach out to the public and say, look, this is a community-based organization. So the community is part of the shelter is part of the community. And Aubrey is just one of many people. We've had children do the same thing, whether it be a lemonade stand, their birthday, sometimes like that, where they'll forego gifts and say, look, I just want to collect money or things for the animal shelter, and then they bring it down to us. It's such a heartwarming experience to see, a young person put some other thing in place of themselves that's more important to them than something for themselves. It's really great.
You and the people that work with you at the animal shelter, you all had a vision, and it's been now going on, I guess, 4 years from the August that we transitioned over, and it was a long wait, maybe as much as 16 months from the time that the idea first surfaced about how to provide better care for the animals, and that's what it was about, the animals. Tell us about that transition and looking back on it and the surprises that you've seen that are positive and the challenges that you faced that never thought would exist but that you overcame.
Yeah, it was a tremendous leap of faith, really. I mean, we had belief that the public would support it, that we would be able to bridge that gap financially between what our contracts pay for and what we wanted to actually do as far as staffing and those kind of things. But it was also a huge leap of faith for the city of Petaluma, for the Petaluma City Council and those kind of things, and they took that leap with us, and that was a very gratifying thing to go through. It was hard. It was difficult, but the work was so worth it. And on the other side of it, the community has embraced what we do. So they've said, look, if you'll do the right thing, we will support it. And so we've worked very hard to do the right thing. The city, as an organization, has supported our efforts to do that. And the citizenry has supported our efforts in doing that, both financially and just in public support. So like, we hardly ever have to buy dog or cat food. That almost never happens. The public just brings it down and gives it to us so we can feed our animals. It's things like that that really bond us to our community, and we love it.
Jeff, thanks so much. Congratulations on the good work and the first 4 years you've set a foundation. And I know animal shelters from all over the country contact you to find out what's going on in Petaluma and how can they replicate the model that started right here.
Yeah, it's been great, and we're happy to spread that as much as we can. And thank you for your support.
It's great to be here at the animal shelter today. Let's bring in Aubrey Shelley if we can. Thank you, Jeff Charter, Executive Director of the Petaluma Animal Shelter. And Aubrey is with us, and you have a festive costume here on the Black Friday. Tell us about what you're wearing.
Well, right now I'm wearing my name tag because I am Christina's assistant right now, and I have Uggs on and just
Every color in the rainbow, I think, huh?
Yeah, even my socks are colorful today. 4 laces actually, my shoes, and this shirt.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about what you did. Let me see if I can get down here with you on height to make it easier for Kaye. Tell us about what you did with raising money this year for the Petaluma Animal Shelter.
Well, this year I raised money for the Petaluma Animal Shelter with my lemonade stand because I just love the Petaluma Animal Shelter. That's where we got our dog, Dre, and we're thinking about maybe adopting another dog.
And how much money did you raise?
I raised $315, I think.
And you got a lot of matching grants that really boosted that total up. Did that surprise you that so many people said they would match dollar for everything you raised at your lemonade stand?
I actually was really impressed because I thought that I was just donating $315 to the animal shelter, and I was like, oh, maybe one person might match it, but we got 5 matches still, and this is all going to the animal shelter, so I was kind of happy about that.
You know, it's such a great thing to do. What grade are you in at McNair?
I'm 5th.
And so what do you like best about school?
The best thing I like about school is that I can see my friends and usually learn, so I can get out of school and then do whatever I want to for a job.
So you're already looking to your future.
Yeah.
Do you know yet where you want to go to college?
Actually, no, not
That's
yet.
good. You're keeping an open mind.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of universities out there that ought to compete for having Aubrey Shelley as a student at their university, because you could probably teach them a thing or two about fundraising.
Probably.
Aubrey, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for the work that you do at the animal shelter.
Hi, you're welcome.
Okay, so those of you that have watched this program for a while know that I have a Chihuahua at home, and that Chihuahua is so great with us, and a challenge with other people, quite frankly, but great with us. We have some Chihuahuas here that have found forever homes, and tell us your name.
My name's Marion.
And where are you from, Marion?
Santa Rosa.
And tell us about your puppy.
Well, he's Boots. I don't know. I came here looking for a dog today. I saw the thing on Facebook, and I came here looking for one, and I saw him, and I just fell in love with him. So I adopted him.
How old is Boots?
Boots is 3 years, I think.
Boots is just, it looks so much. My dog is 13 years old. So Boots is going to be with you for a while because Chihuahuas have a long lifespan. And I know, you'll have a chance to really bond with that dog, and that's just great.
Mm-hmm. I'm really excited to get the chance to.
And you're?
I'm Sarah, and we're excited because we're having a baby, actually. So this is basically our child's dog.
And what's the name of your dog?
This is Chili.
And how old is Chili, do you think?
She's 1.
Wow, Chili, you're so small. Yeah.
She's very calm.
And you're from Santa Rosa?
Yes,
And
we're a couple.
Okay, so we've got 2 dogs and a baby joining the household in the very near future. And so do you have any pets in the household at all before today?
Just some other dogs and cats, so they're coming home to a pet-friendly home and whatnot. They're part of the family now.
All right. What kind of pets do you have? What other pets do you have?
Definitely some cats. We got some sister cats, Paige and Phoebe, and then we have 2 other doggies, Kasha and Fang.
Were you surprised to find out the promo that is running here at the Petaluma Animal Shelter? Because this animal shelter is marketed so very well, and that's a huge plus for actually finding forever homes for the pets.
I feel like it's actually a really good, what's that word?
Marketing program?
Yeah, promotion. Very good promotion for the animals and stuff, and I'm really happy that it's a no-kill shelter. It's really sad to see animals go to kill shelters and not make it.
This was a huge transition, and I congratulate the people here that work here because they had a vision. They've been able to accomplish it. The word is spreading, not just throughout Sonoma County, but all over. And thank you for coming and taking advantage of the programs and saving the animals.
Definitely, thank you.
It's not like they're not the most adorable thing ever.
And here is a new dog adoption on Black Friday. Tell us your name, please.
My name is Forrest Beagle.
And Forrest, how about this dog? Did you meet it before today, or did you come down to the animal shelter with your family and just fall in love with a dog?
We just came in today and we were looking for a new dog, and he just caught our eye, and we instantly fell in love with him once we met him.
And sir, tell us your name, please.
My name is Jim, and yeah, we're just here today to pick up Bear. It looks like a great dog. Take him home with us and give him a good home.
And adoptions are free today. Did that influence you at all, the bargain that could be had?
Oh, yeah. It's a great deal.
So tell us about that process. What time did you get here on Black Friday to adopt your new dog?
What time did you get here for? About 8:30?
Yeah. And so a couple of dogs have been adopted, and I understand 8 cats. Did you tell us your name?
Oh, I'm Allie.
Allie, did you ever think about a cat, or was it a dog all the way today?
Well, we already have like 2 cats at home, so then it was just a given for us to get like a dog, and he's perfect.
Did you talk to the cats about that at all before you made that decision?
I didn't pass it by them before.
Are you concerned at all about the dog and the relationship with the cats that are at home?
No. He seems like he'd be a good dog around the cats.
I'm sure it's going to be. And tell us about the vest that you have. Did the dog come with that spirited vest, or did you bring the vest and the dog just happened to fit?
Well, I think the sweater came with the dog, which was great.
Well, thank you so much for coming to the animal shelter, and I know that you're going to enjoy your lovely new pet. This is a wonderful dog. Aren't you just a sweetheart? Huh? Yeah. Little bit camera shy, maybe. Yeah? You're kind of going to smell the whole thing out and check it out. Okay. Well, you're going to have a great new home. I know that you're going to love your home. And it's good of you to come down to the animal shelter today and meet your new pet. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's meet Valerie Fausone. She's in charge. She's a certified dog trainer here at the animal shelter and a marketing genius when it comes to the animal shelter, how to put together programs that bring people out, match pets with people that will adopt the pets and find homes for them. Fun. And with us is Valerie Fausone. Valerie, the job that you do, marketing, this is just an incredible job.
Thank you.
Black Friday at an animal shelter.
Yeah.
Where did you come up with that idea? Who came up with it?
Well, Macy's came up with it. We just stole it. That's basically what happened. And I'm like, well, if it works for socks and shoes and stuff, we might as well do it for pets. So the first year we tried it, and to be honest with you, the other staff was like, that lady's kind of kooky. But it worked, and it was so much fun. So every year it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. So we just remind everyone in the community, like, everything's free up until noon, and, you know, we have donuts and all this fun stuff. And people come out, and we also tell people, look, you don't have to adopt. You can just show up and have fun and enjoy. You know, it's part of the kickoff of the holidays.
It is so much fun. I mean, here's what's left of my donut. You know, don't tell my wife now, because I'm supposed to be on a diet. I've finished my cup of coffee pretty much.
Isn't that coffee good?
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's
coffee,
really...
donuts, animals, adoptees. I saw Aubrey Shelley here, the 5th grader from McNair Elementary School that ran the lemonade stand and then leveraged it up with getting multiple people to match a contribution.
Aubrey is amazing. That's a shelter kid through and through, for sure. And, you know, Starbucks this year in our community, Carrie and Angela from Starbucks donated that whole thing and brought it here. Isn't that amazing? Do you have the, here's the latest numbers. Thank you, Mark. So far this morning, it's just turned 10, and we're at 13.
13 adopted animals.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I understand the cats are doing well, and usually the cats are a hard.
The cats are smoking us this morning, but that's okay. We've got some dogs. One big dog went home, so that's nice. Little dog. And then you just saw the pair that went, because they're bonded, they had to go together, so that's always a little bit of a hurdle. So that was no problem. They came straight for them, and I'm so grateful.
Well, usually I know you try to separate dogs. This
Sometimes.
time you were looking to,
Yeah.
it was a all or none deal.
All or nothing. Yeah, and if dogs are super bonded, you have to do that because it's just not nice. Those two sit together, sleep together. They're like the Blue Angels, all day. So we're like, forget it. They can't be separated. There's no way. No possible way. So they're out.
And you found the right people. The marketing program, you can tell, is working because people coming down from Santa Rosa, which, by the way, has an animal shelter of its own.
That's right.
I'm certain. But they're
do.
coming from Santa Rosa because they get a special
Deal. Hmm. Well, and they get a lot of service here. Again, as far as sheltering goes, other shelters think we're half crazy because we support our adoptions with free training and all these things. And so that's just new in the industry. And we just believe in our adoptions. And so every single person that comes here, it's just not a transaction. It's like we invite them into our community and we're there for them. If they get... People have adopted from us, fell on hard times, and come here 3 or 4 times for food. Then everything straightens out. You got to be there for people in your community. So that's what we try to do here. Yeah.
It's interesting because 5 years ago I can remember the frustration of a vision and a roadblock. And the roadblock was much more frustrating because you were telling me the things that you could do for the animals and that the animals were the losers. And so actually the responsibility was transitioned over where it became time to demonstrate what you really could do. And I got to say, this thing has succeeded far beyond the vision that I think anybody had, including maybe even yourself. I mean, it just goes to show you don't know what's possible until you get that momentum and a snowball going and you start discovering the possibilities.
Yeah, it's true. We just thought, well, let's just try to give excellent service to the community, excellent service to the city of Petaluma, excellent service to the animals, and let's let the public decide. And so that was sort of our thing, and we just went, threw the doors open and made sure it smelled good and looked good and guaranteed our animals. And ever since then, well, this is what happens,
I want to talk about some of the programs you put together. The $5 monthly. Tell us about that.
Well, that's very important because people give us $5 a month on a routine basis, and we're up to like $1,800 a month with that. So you know how much medicine that is and how many vet bills? I mean, our vet bills are unreal because every animal that comes in here gets what they need. We don't go, well, that looks expensive, so maybe not. We go full blast. So it can be 100, 150 grand. It's a lot. So anyway, these kind of donations help us. First of all, for $5 a month, you can provide a homeless animal with all its vaccines. And a microchip. It's a good value. And that's part of why our model works too, because our contract amount pays for staff and insurance and things, and customers and the community can pay $5 a month, and it really goes to the animals. So
tax deductible.
Tax deductible.
When you're thinking about tax deductible.
Yep.
All right, so coincidentally maybe and maybe not.
Well,
$5 a month program and $5 off.
Well, this is VIP Pet Care, and this is a great thing for people to realize because VIP does pop-up clinics every weekend around Petaluma, and they bring us all kinds of leashes and stuff. They have a really good partner for us. And what they do is they have vaccines, testing, deworming, microchipping, flea and tick control, all for, so you don't need to go to the vet if you don't want to. You just pay a very simple amount, something like $30 to $40, and you get all that done. So it's very, very good.
Okay, people are going to be doing some traveling.
Oh, yeah.
And here's advice on traveling
with
your dog.
Dog Trekker is a big supporter. Oops, that's right. Big supporter of Petaluma Animal Shelter and of rescue in general. So what they do is you can go on dogtrekker.com and figure out all the pet-friendly places you can go, you can stay, hikes, everything. They're amazing. Oh, Petco. Let's do that.
This is a free tote bag and hundreds of dollars in savings from Petco.
Petco, listen, these people in Petaluma, you know how some people go kind of cranky about supporting a big business? Listen, local people work there, and they support our shelter so much. We have 9 cat condos there for $0, 365 days a year, and we could never afford that rent. No, we could not. So anyhow, they're great, and when we have things we need, they've been donating stuff from the beginning. And don't you remember, on a Petco grant, that's how we got our first animal control vehicle. So we love them. They're awesome.
And not only that, the animal shelter is at a city corporation yard,
Yep.
so it's kind of off the beaten path.
is.
Where Petco is out in a shopping center, and pet lovers go to Petco because that's where they're going to shop
Yep.
to a large degree. So the foot traffic is ideal to the target audience that you have. And to put the animal shelter in a presence of animal lovers, to combine that marketing and to know that you were recognized out of all of the places that Petco could have done that significant grant, it was the Petaluma Animal Shelter that was picked out, and that was not a coincidence. Because when you interview the people that work down here, when you look at the animals and the services that they provide to the animals, when you look inside their heart after you examine the business plan, you see that the business plan is leveraged with good intentions and a good heart.
Yeah.
And for Petco, it doesn't get better than that to
No.
partner with someone like the Petaluma Animal Shelter.
That's right. And their grant made those condominiums possible, because we just did a whole fundraising routine to just buy 4 more. Those things are thousands of dollars. You would be shocked how much a cat condominium costs. For 4 of them, cost $7,000, just for 4.
All right, so now people are coming down and adopting on Black Friday at the animal shelter, and still a couple hours to go.
Yeah.
So you might hit as many as 20 animals today.
I hope so. Wouldn't that be great?
When it says welcome to the family for new dog pet parent savings book.
Yep, that's for Petco, and we have this for Petco, and we first of all, no dogs or cats leaves here with no supplies. So it's a tremendous value today for sure, because it's free. But even if it's $90 or $70, which is our usual adoption fees, people leave here with bedding and the right food and medicine, anything that they need, toys, chews, cookies, stuff like that. So nobody leaves here empty-handed. They have everything they need to start out today and just worry about the animal.
And next we have the Petaluma Animal Services Foundation,
Oh.
and the banner across this flyer is...
Well, dogs go missing, and people sometimes get judgy about it, like, oh, your dog went missing? Excuse me, my dogs have gotten out. It's just life.
This is how to find a missing
How
dog.
to find them. Well, and also, thankfully, we have a huge social media presence. So anyone who loses a dog, feel free to call us and do a loss report. And then if you can send us an email of a picture, I can put it on Facebook and blast it all over the world. So that's good.
All right, and today we also have
Oh, yes.
shirts. Tell us about these shirts.
These shirts are for if you give us a recurring donation. Look at how cool this is. This is right in our wheelhouse. Says, the time is always right to do what's right. Martin Luther King. Isn't that true? Isn't that true?
So the $5 a month, and you get a T-shirt.
Yep, you get a T-shirt for that, and providing hope and homes for animal in need. So this is fantastic. Oh, this is my very favorite thing. But I love the shirts though. But this thing right here made me cry. When we got that, first of all, who would think that a pound is gonna? I mean, really, gonna get the Petaluma's People's Choice Award for Best Pet Service for this year? Can you believe that? I couldn't believe it either. I thought what is going on here? But anyway, we went to the dinner. It was real. And they gave, it was real. I was sitting right there. So and I was like, ah. So what this means is that the citizens voted us Best Pet Service. And we were so proud of it. It was just like we won a Grammy or something. We were like, ha, 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 look, we win, you know. So,
But, you know, I'm sure that every single business that supports the animals in the community was part of that too, because they embrace what you're doing here.
Very
I know
much so.
all of the people that have a stake in that type of business, they have a place in their heart for the animals, and they understand where you were as an entity 5 years ago and where you've come, and even further where you might go from here, because there's no limits on this place.
And what was so funny is that wherever we go, you don't even have to be in the animal business. I mean, there's real estate companies that come here, restaurants. Negri's is a big donator this year. They had a whole spaghetti feed out there in Occidental for us and made like $9,000. It was like, what? And then they brought us, we have bully sticks right now thanks to that for months, and like all pallets of grain-free food. It was amazing. So, and I've been reaching out to, Petaluma businesses, the McNears, and all the Adobe Road Winery, just opened their place, and I call them up, introduce myself, and they're like, oh, pff, we know you guys. What do you need? So nice.
Well, I want to congratulate all of you at the animal shelter. You've been the face of it on this program. There's a lot of people that put in a lot of work, whether it's in Petaluma or up in Lake County when tragedy hits, but the animals throughout the region have benefited greatly. And it's been great to be here on Black Friday. On behalf of our producer, Kaye Chandler, whose heart is with the animals, I'm David Glass, the mayor of Petaluma, for Valerie Fausone and Jeff Charter and Aubrey Shelley, all who have joined us and more today, and the animals as well. From the Petaluma Animal Shelter, it's been nice talking to you.